Welcome to Inspiration in Action Television, where you'll meet people who will inspire you to bring your dreams to life. Our guest is Susan Vacheresse, who's a realtor in Ottawa. Susan and I met at the Eastern Ontario Women in Finance Conference, right?
That's right.
And hadn't you just come back from Las Vegas?
I did. Actually, it's a kind of a funny story because I had a girlfriend call me and she had an extra ticket and she says, "Do you want to come to the Women in Finance Conference?" And I said, "Yeah, that'd be awesome. It'd be a great networking event." Mm-hmm. So while I was in Vegas, I had lost my favorite necklace. It was a little shoe and I was devastated, and I always wore this necklace everywhere. So that morning when I got dressed to go to the conference, my mother had given me this necklace. And
which is a heart, by the way.
Which is a little heart. And I had never, ever worn it. It was stayed in my jewelry box for probably 5 years or more. So I grabbed it out, I threw it on, and okay, whatever, I'll go. And you got up and you spoke, and I'd never met you or heard about the happiness seminar. And then you mentioned your hearts and how you see these hearts, and I'm like,
I'm wearing a heart.
Like, she must be talking to me. So I felt compelled. I mean, first of all, the conference was awesome, and everything that you had said about the happiness seminar really intrigued me. So I knew I had to go and meet you and talk to you afterwards. And then my daughter and I decided to sign up.
When we met, Susan told me the story of the necklace, and she was so excited because, you know, it really is true. I see hearts in the weirdest places. I photograph them now because they pop out at me. And when Susan and I met, it was just an instant connection because of the heart she had around her neck. So there was a comfort, and there was really a connection there between the information that I'm teaching in the course and Susan's personal journey, because you know, you're a successful realtor, and when you and Donna came to the course, oh my goodness, we had so much fun. We really had a great time, and there were lessons, and always are, different lessons for different people and different opportunities to learn something. Everybody needs something different from it, I find. Yeah. And you said something in that weekend that really was, I thought, such a bold proclamation. What did you say you wanted to be?
Well, I just wanted to help people. I wanted to go out and make a difference. And I really didn't know how to do that. And it was really interesting because in the happiness seminar, you just sort of, all your barriers came down. You felt like you could say anything you wanted to. You know, things, you're talking to complete strangers. and somehow that was okay. So I just...
She said, "I want to be a philanthropist."
Yeah.
Boom, just like that.
I did. I didn't know I did. It all sort of came together. Everything started spilling out. And I used to drive on my way to the office, and I used to look at all the little roofs on the way in my neighborhood, thinking, they're all in disrepair. Wouldn't it be great just to sort of drive up with a crew and go, "Hey, I'm just going to fix your roof." You know, no cost.
"Hi, I'm just going to fix your roof. See you later. Have a great day."
Yeah. Well, to me, I thought, wouldn't that be awesome? You know, because, you know, when I was younger and I was divorced, freshly divorced, my kids were small, 3 and 6 when I was divorced. And I remember struggling and thinking, you know, if I could just get an extra $1,000 or an extra $500, an extra $20, whatever, just to... It would mean so much in my life at that time. I needed help, and I didn't have help. So I thought, wouldn't it be just great? I'm sure I'm not the only person thinking this, you know? So wouldn't it be just awesome just to go out and just help everybody? Just poof, you know?
Magic, yeah, just like that. And then you found out that's really not the best idea.
Well, you know, you don't know how people are going to react. You know, people are going to go like, "What do you mean you're going to do my roof?" Maybe I like my roof the way it is.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I was trying to think of different ways that I can make that happen, and it really wasn't happening for me. So lo and behold, I'm on Facebook and I see this post of an agent in British Columbia, a RE/MAX agent that was coming through. He was driving across Canada, and he was selling these horrible little bottles of water And I say that because he had this 16-year-old kid gluing labels on, and in the heat they were all like sideways and there was glue coming down. But anyway, he was raising money for clean water in Africa. And I thought, wow, this guy is taking a chunk out of his life, driving across Canada to do something for people so far away. And it just, I'm like, oh my God, I want to do that. And so I posted the bottle of water that I bought from him for $100, and I posted up on Facebook, and I'm like, I just paid $100 for this bottle of water. Ask me why, you know, and I'll put you in touch with this realtor. Well, my friend Ryan saw my post and he said, wow, that's awesome. I'd like to do that. I'm like, yeah, me too. And then he's like, no, seriously, I want to do something. I'm like, no, me too. So the next day we literally went to Starbucks, had a coffee, and created the Zombie Run for Humanity.
The Zombie Run for Humanity. People in Ottawa now know about it. And it says, oh yeah, I know about the Zombie Run. Well, you have no idea how that came together in 8 weeks or something like that, right?
Yeah, so it's August. We're sitting at Starbucks and Ryan's like, okay, so, you know, maybe we'll do this for next year. You know, what date? I'm like, no, let's do it in October. And he goes, do you think we can do it? I'm like, oh yeah. And he goes, wouldn't it be awesome if we could get like 30 people? I'm like, what about 50? If we could get 50 people, that would be so incredible. So we're dreaming up this wonderful dream, and we had picked Habitat for Humanity, near and dear to both our hearts, as the charity to all the funds would go to. And then we were on pins and needles going, do you think they'll let us? Like, I don't know. Well, I'll call them and see if they'll let us do this for them. And the lady on the phone said, are you crazy? You want to organize this and then give us money? So honestly, we had no idea. We had never done anything like this before, neither one of us. But you know, you're doing the right thing when everything falls into place. And that's what started happening. We started asking questions and people were saying yes. We started asking people for donations and they were giving it. The first year the park was donated, it was just a lovely experience. People coming together for something that was incredible. So our first year we had just under 300 people. And we delivered a check to Habitat for Humanity for $5,600. And my husband actually leaned over to me and he said, you know what? And I said, what? He goes, that's the price of a roof.
That's the price of a roof.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, I did it.
I got the shivers just hearing that story. That is so inspiring. You've done it another year since.
Yeah. So we our second year was last October, and we had just over 300. But again, everything was falling into place. The radio station, Live 88.5, thought that it was a really cool idea, and when they were working with Habitat, they wanted to use our event as their big promotion. And we're like, okay, yeah, okay. So really exciting.
And it's what happens when you have a dream and you actually take some action. I remember meeting Susan when you were just starting the planning and it was coming up in like 4 weeks and you were just like, la, 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 this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. And you did it. You just did it. You created the online video presence. You did the promotions all yourselves. And I think this is what, you know, we want to inspire other people to do, because many of us want to give and we think, oh, how can one person make a difference? Ta-da! This is how one person makes a difference.
And it's super easy.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. Once you connect with, it's good to connect with other people to sort of charge it, right? And to get some support.
Well, you totally get momentum. You know, everybody wants to be part of something good. And there's never any shortage of good things you can do.
And I feel so proud that it was because you came to the Course in Happiness that you actually sort of had the seed planted and took action, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it was the right time, it was the right information, the right group of people, and my outlook completely changed to, oh, you know, I don't think I can, you know, I don't know how. Everything changed to, why not?
Yeah.
Let's
doing this interview. Even doing this interview.
Yes.
Scared, but why not?
Yeah.
Share your story. Inspire somebody else. Susan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate for everything you do.
Thank you so much.